Thanks. So I'm just a little brief discussion, public forum around the vacancy position, as Alan was talking about before Pippa. Just a few points that I'd like to make regarding whether the vacancy should be filled or not. Of course, the local board still has another annual plan to do at the start of next year, as well as the COVID recovery, as mentioned in your chair's report, Richard, the Lees Institute funding. So there's quite a bit of work to do. So something to consider is the workload of the local board, and having one less member will affect how much can be done in this crucial time. In addition, also the portfolios that Sarah held, such as the economic development portfolio, as well as the liaison with the Parnell and Newmarket business associations. So again, a lot about bandwidth and sort of seeing how much the rest of the board members can provide if the vacancy was looked at not being filled. Then on the side of filling the vacancy, if someone was to be appointed, I would just like to point out that representation would be quite important based on a previous election. So having someone that is aligned with Sarah and with what her work has been over the last 2 years of this term is quite important. So it's some things to consider. Obviously, workload and representation. But just a quick point from me. Thank you, everyone, for just.
Thanks, Josh. And any questions of Josh? Presumably, Josh, you're available to give the time if required.
Of course, yep.
Okay, that's helpful.
Actually, Richard, sorry, Graham here.
Yep.
I will ask you a question of Josh. Josh, thanks for your offer. I do appreciate it. Just want to get your thoughts on the democratic nature of the board being able to select a member. If the resignation had come 2 weeks earlier, there would be a by-election and democracy take over. What are your thoughts on that fact?
Well, that's definitely a consideration which you have to make, whether to fill the vacancy or not. One, workload, and two, also whether appointments are a fair opportunity for the public. Of course, by-elections are costly, and having a lockdown at the moment and a by-election, we can also argue that, would democracy even be played out properly like it would if we weren't in lockdown? But I think that is one of the decisions that has to be made by the local board. Whether they want to appoint someone, it does mean that they are appointing rather than the constituents.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? If not, I'll move.
Good question. Sorry.
Yes, go for it.
Josh, I was just wondering what you've been up to in the last couple of years, as you were one of the younger candidates, and I'd be just very interested to know what's going on. It's been a pleasure to see you at various events over the last couple of years too.
Yes, it's been quite a good fun time hanging around the local board, and it's been a pleasure of seeing you all as well. I've been keeping active in the community. I still 100% live in the area. I've actually moved into the CBD and been active with community groups. And I was on the Innovating Streets for People project on Ponsonby Road, which was quite an exciting time, and so sort of things like that.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? If not, I'll move that the Waitemata Local Board thank Josh